A prayer of faith for the elect. Amawantaya, Taparak, wa Izernaya, wa Chayawa, la Khwataza. This is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Shalom, all praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Wacha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom wa chesed to the elect, which means peace and mercy to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom I use so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the sea land of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom, and Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah. This lesson is edifying. This will be another installment of The Faithful's Integrity, episode 3, and in this installment we will expound upon the account in 1 Kings, the 17th chapter, where our Lord Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, had delivered our forefather Elijah from the scourge of famine, that is hunger. And as we approach the times of Jacob's trouble, and also the time of famine, which is a lack of bread, a scarcity, it is very important for us to remember the acts and the miracles that the Lord had performed for our forefathers. Okay, and that's the purpose of this new series that the Lord has inspired me to do, to edify and to uplift the faith, okay, and the spirits of his elect, okay, to remind us that the Lord is with us and that he will deliver us from the trials and tribulations that he will bring upon the earth in the form of the four kinds that he will appoint over the sinners of his people. The nation of Israel would say that the evil shall not overtake nor prevent them from doing what? From doing their wickedness, committing adultery, committing sodomy, bestiality, eating abominations, idolatry, so on and so forth, and joining hand in hand with the wicked, who is Esau, Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, okay, the devil. All right. Now this is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat. Because we are about to enter into the times of Jacob's trouble, the times of famine, because people have already started going to stores and hoarding up food and goods so that they can have a limited abundant supply necessary to survive during famine. But the Lord said that 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to suffer famine, are going to suffer death, okay, are going to suffer scourges that he's going to set it for amendment because of their rebelliousness. But as for the elect, who sigh and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof, of America, Babylon the Great, that is, he will provide, he will deliver during the times to come. Okay. My servants shall eat. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat. Just like our forefather Elijah was able to eat during the time of famine. And we will read that account. But ye shall be hungry 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to be hungry. They're going to be physically hungry, but above all, spiritually hungry, because they will, at that moment in time, wonder why all these things that will be happening. And all the things that are happening. Because you have Jakes out there that are still questioning why, ignorant to the fact that it is all being done and orchestrated by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to howl for vexation of spirit during the times to come, during the times of famine, when the enemy is going to come in like a flood, having great wrath, and being like madmen, sparing none. And when the Lord is going to appoint over them for the 4 kinds, the dogs of tear, the sword to slay, the dogs of tear, the fowls of the earth, and the beasts, the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. And you could read that in the book of Jeremiah, the 15th chapter. Okay, and they will die of grievous deaths, horrific deaths. Okay, so now that we've set the tone to the lesson, let's go to the account in 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. The theme of this installment is that the Lord is going to deliver the elect from famine. Excuse me. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, As the Lord Yahweh power of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto him, saying, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. So the Lord had commanded, or for the Elijah to depart from the land that he was going to cause no dew nor rain to fall in the years of Ahab, and to go to the brook Cherith that was before Jordan. And it shall be, verse 4, that thou shalt drink of the brook, because in a famine there is no water to drink, nor food to eat. However, the Lord had provided both water and drink for Elijah to survive. He provided the water from the brook Cherith, and then he had provided bread by sending ravens to him. And we will read that. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So, as the Lord had done this for our forefather Elijah, likewise can the Lord do the very same for us in this generation, in the times to come, in the times that we are about to enter into, in the times of Jacob's trouble. Okay? The Lord can cause different animals to bring us food. The Lord guides and directs the paths of his elect. And the Lord can have it where he directs us to a place where there is food, water, and shelter. So fear not and worry not to you out there that's of the Lord's elect. Okay? For the Lord will guide and protect you of the elect. Okay? He goes on to say, So he went and did according unto the word of the Lord Yahweh, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. See? So the Lord provided both water and bread for our forefather Elijah. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up, because there had been no rain in the land. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto him, saying, Arise and get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon. The Zidonians were Hamites, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. So the Lord even set up a widow woman to sustain Elijah. How did he do so? Let's read on to find out. So he arose and went to Zarephath, and when he came to the gate of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering of sticks. And he called to her and said, Fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel, that I may drink. And as she was going to fetch it, he called to her and said, Bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread in thine hand. And this was a big test of faith, man. And the same applies to us. Now let's see what this woman had done. And she said, As the Lord Yahweh thy power liveth, I have not a cake, but an handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks, that I may go in and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat it and die. And this is what our forefather Elijah told this woman. And Elijah said unto her, Fear not, fear not. Go and do as thou hast said. Okay? And this is all being done out of faith. Okay? But make me thereof a little cake first, and bring it unto me, and after make for thee and for thy son. But thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, the barrel of meal shall not waste. See? Neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until the day that the Lord Yahweh sendeth rain upon the earth. And that's heavy, man. The Lord said that that barrel of meal shall not waste, and neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until at this moment in time, the day that the Lord Yahweh sendeth rain upon the earth. Why? Because at that time, the land was without dew and without rain in those years. And that's heavy, man. That is extremely, extremely heavy. This is a great example of how the Lord Yahweh, through Son Yahweh Shah, provides for his elect. So I find this extremely, extremely powerful, man. Through the Spirit. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And she went and did according to the saying of Elijah. And she and he and her house did eat many days. Didn't the Lord say that at famine and destruction we shall laugh, and that his servants shall eat? Come on, bros. And the barrel of meal wasted not, neither did the cruse of oil fail, according to the word of the Lord Yahweh, which he spake by Elijah. And it came to pass after these things that the son of the woman, the mistress of the house, fell sick. And this is a test for that woman, man. A test to see how she would react and if she would have faith. But women, being the weaker vessel, lack faith. They're feminine, which the word feminine means without faith. Okay, without confidence. But you'll have, the elect women out there that will have, faith like the mother and her 7 sons in the book of Maccabees. You'll have sisters like that out there, man. But nevertheless, it reads on to say, the mistress of the house fell sick, and his sickness was so sore that there was no breath left in him. So he died. And she said unto Elijah, What have I to do with thee, O thou man of the Most High. So she pretty much tried to blame Elijah for the death of her son. She pretty much was throwing tantrums. Art thou come unto me to call my sin to remembrance and to slay my son? Because it was only her and her son. So you could imagine how she felt, man. Nevertheless, this is a good example of women that don't have too much faith, okay? Because they're the weaker vessel. But you will have those out there that do have faith, because there's a balance. And he said unto her, give me thy son. And this is an example of a miracle, because the Lord is going to perform miracles for the elect in those times, man. And he took him out of her bosom and carried him up into a loft, where he abode and laid him upon his own bed. And he cried unto the Lord Yahweh and said, O Lord Yahweh, my power, hast thou also brought evil upon the widow with whom I sojourned by slaying her son? And he stretched himself upon the child 3 times, and cried unto the Lord Yahweh and said, O Yahweh, my power, I pray thee, let this child's soul come into him again. So the Lord is going to be performing great miracles through his prophets in the times to come, through the elect. Just like he had performed miracles for our forefathers, through our forefathers in times past. For all things that are written before time are written for our learning. And the Lord Yahweh heard the voice of Elijah, and the soul of the child came into him again, and he revived. And Elijah took the child and brought him down out of the chamber into the house, and delivered him unto his mother. And Elijah said, see, thy son liveth. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. And the woman said to Elijah, now by this I know that thou art a man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So she finally got her confirmation. That's when she really believed that Elijah was a man, was a prophet of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and that the word of the Lord Yahweh in thy mouth is true. See? But we have to always believe. We got to believe, man. Believe, because without faith it is impossible to please him. Please who? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And what is faith? Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. Please who? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. For he that cometh to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And those that diligently seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua are the elect. Okay, the faithful, the chosen, that will live by faith. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith. If any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. So I'll conclude the lesson here. I pray it was edifying and comforting and uplifting to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been another installment of the Faithful's Integrity, episode 3. Lord's willing, I'll come back with episode 4 to edify the elect. Until the next, Lord's willing, Shalom. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Kakodash, Brakatam, to the elect.